Hello and welcome to Dad Got This. We're answering the tough questions like, why am I reviewing another robot vacuum? And why do vacuums make good detectives? That second one's easy, because they're great at picking up the small things. I want to thank Yeedi for sponsoring this video and sending me over their S20 Infinity Robot Vacuum. This thing has all the bells and whistles and is really a flagship robot vacuum. You may be saying, why is a food guy reviewing a robot vacuum? Well, I make a big mess every time I cook, and having one of these kind of things is absolute paramount in my house. It just makes life so much easier. I've used and reviewed just about every type of robot vacuum there is. Vacuum ones, vacuum and mop ones, flagship models, kinda everything. So I'm really excited to see how this one stacks up. The unboxing process was really uneventful. Really simple, nicely packed, no surprises. In the box, you got the base station and the robot vacuum and a couple little things. We get a power cord, some information on the warranty. It is a 1-year repair or replace warranty directly from the manufacturer. A book, these two little corners, we'll figure those out later, and a really nice quick start guide. I love quick start guides. A couple of things right off the bat that I really like about this, it is bagless. You don't need to buy bags. This just has its own little chamber here in the middle. When it gets full, you take it out and you empty it. Less parts, less maintenance, less things to worry about. I love that. It has two little water tanks, a clean tank and a dirty tank. On the side here, this door pops off, giving you access to two little tanks for cleaning solutions. You don't have to use cleaning solutions, they're not included, but if you want, you can buy cleaning solutions and put them in for like an even better clean. There's a tank for regular cleaning solution and a tank for heavy duty cleaning solution. These are corner guards. You can put them here on the ends of the unit, kind of like that, but I don't see the need for it. I don't think we'll be bumping into the unit. So I'm just gonna leave these out. I thought they went on the robot, but I had to look it up. It doesn't say anywhere on how to use these. I had to actually look it up online. Maybe Yeedi could improve that, add that portion to the manual so that you don't have to think that it goes on here and you know it goes on there. All right, I'm gonna go set this up in my designated robot vacuum area. Now that we have the base station installed, it's time to take the lid off of this guy and flip the power switch to on.
Hello, the system is starting up. It should take another 15 seconds. Please hang tight.
Okay, I'll do that. Quite a pleasant voice. Under here, there is a QR code.
Welcome to use Yeedi Robot. Please scan the QR code on the robot to download our app and connect to the network for a better experience.
Don't scan this one. This one's going to launch an email to send them a support question. Scan the one on the robot itself. That's the one that's going to take you to get the app. And I swear she said she called it Why Do I? I may be pronouncing it incorrectly, but sounds like Yeedi to me. I have an iPhone, so that's what I'm going to use. And you need to sign up for an account. All right, I am in. We're going to add a robot. It wants me to scan a QR code inside the box. Okay, so it wants me to scan this QR code here again.
I've activated my Bluetooth hotspot. In the app, find me in the list of detected robots and tap Debit Now is connected to the app via Bluetooth. Please select your home Wi-Fi and enter the password in the app to start the network connection.
All right, do your Wi-Fi. I'm using my guest network, which is a 2.4 gigahertz network instead of my 5 gigahertz regular network. A lot of these smart devices, they all need to work on that 2.4. So if you have a guest network, it's better to use those.
Debit Now is connecting to the network. Please keep the app running in the foreground and avoid switching to other apps. Thanks for getting Debit online. With internet access, Debit's unlocked lots of new skills. To make it easier to reach Debit anytime, let's go through a few quick setup steps.
I'm gonna name it R2D2. We live in a single story home, so I don't need to do multi-level. This is cool. It says it'll do multi-level. I guess you probably just carry the robot to the other levels, but that's good. Need to update my firmware. With the robot in the base station, we can do our upgrade. While that's happening, I have some work to do. I've got to clear the house. Whenever you get a new robot vacuum, you really want to give it as much opportunity as possible and give it access to everything you can. So pick up any loose items, open all your doors, make sure things aren't blocked, give it its best chance to make its best map. I'm gonna go do that. It's got all the features you would expect in a flagship robot: smart navigation, room features, you can do no-go zones, all kinds of stuff. So let's open the app and kind of see what we have here in the app for setup. Let's enter. It wants us to map our home. We can do an auto clean. We have cleaning modes, vac and mop. We can set our suction power, our water flow rate, and our cleaning speed, whether it goes kind of lazily, goes tic-tac-toe. So you got standard, deep cleaning, and quick. I always like deep cleaning. Cleaning passes 1 or 2. And then we got some advanced settings. Robot automatically follows the preset cleaning order. Okay, so you can set it to clean in a specific order. We like that. Do not disturb. Clean along floor during the auto clean. Cleans along the longer side. Okay, nice. Carpet settings. Ooh, there's a sensitivity setting for ultra thin carpets and smooth mats. I have that problem with my old vacuum. It picks up all of our bath mats. It's very annoying. I had to get like very thick, heavy duty bath mats to have it not happen, but I still haven't replaced all of them. So I'll be interested to see how that feature works. I'm going for that right away. There's intelligent deep mopping, auto identify, and it has 3D 3.0 technology to automatically identify and avoid obstacles. We want high sensitivity. It has a setting to help like avoid hitting pets, I think is what it's saying. The protective navigation mode, that's pretty funny. Ooh, it's got night vision. This is cool. True edge, strategic particulate. When cleaning large debris, side brush will lift to prevent scattering. We want that. Have it identify stains, yes. And then we're gonna go vac only first. We'll go at strong suction. Now that we're all set up, let's go ahead and let it make a map. R2 took off and went about the house. No real issues, kind of mapped everywhere. It really didn't take that long. It really only took a couple minutes for him to go through and map my entire house. Pretty cool. Here's a couple of the features that I really like about this robot. It'll vacuum and mop at the same time. One run, vacuum and mop. Super handy. Speeds things up, makes life a lot easier. It's really powerful. It has 19,500 PA suction. I have no clue what that means. I just know high numbers are good numbers in this scenario. It has a heated mop washing feature. It's going to use hot water to wash the mops after every time it mops. Then it's going to air dry them. This is just way more sanitary than just leaving wet mops in there, and it makes it so that you don't have to hand clean them that often. Speaking of mopping, it has carpet detection and mop lift. It'll actually lift the mop up out of the air so that it doesn't drag it over the carpets on runs where it's mopping and vacuuming at the same time and it has to cross over a carpet or something like that. No worry about getting your carpet dirty with mop water as it's running. Like I mentioned before, no bags, just empty the dustbin when it's full, and it has an anti-tangle roller, so if you happen to have pet hair or women in the house with long hair, it'll help that hair not get stuck on the mop. The map's done, and now I need to use this for a little while and see how it works. I'm gonna use it for a few days, I'm gonna test it on some stains, just kind of get a feel for living with this robot. And I'll check back with you. R2 plugged on for a few weeks and he did really well. He cleaned up the rooms, I switched out the water, emptied the tank. Everything kind of went as planned. Threw in some cleaning solution, let him mop. Everything was good. Well, I've been daily driving it for a couple weeks now and I have some observations, things it does well and things I think we can improve on. When I first got it going, I was having a terrible time with bath mats and little rugs. It was eating them alive. I didn't want to set them as no-go zones because I still kind of wanted to get them clean, but after some help with Yeedi, back and forth, they gave me some settings, and these are the settings I'm using for my carpet settings, and it seems to be working. It's not eating them, and it still cleans them. That's a big bonus for me. Another small issue I had was notifications. I wasn't getting my notifications into my phone. They were in the app for Yeedi. If I opened it, but they weren't pushing through to my phone. However, I talked to them, they gave me some stuff to do, and we got them working. Some things I really like about it. I love that it does not have a bag. The fact that I can just empty it and not have to worry about that, it is pretty cool for me. Now, some people want a bag, so they have a model coming with a bag. If that's your thing, guess what? They're gonna have one for you that works that way. But for me, I like the non-bag option. I have to say, it does a pretty fantastic job mopping. It's the best mopping unit out of any of the ones that I've tried. The roller that it has and the pressure it puts down on the floor, it really does a good job mopping. It even gets up some more stubborn stains that my other robot vacuums would struggle with. All in all, it's a great robot vacuum. It is definitely a flagship model and has all the flagship accessories you have. If anything, maybe it's a little too complicated with all the options you can do. I wish there was like a dumb mode that I could just say, do this, be less aggressive, get that, and it would do it. There's a lot of things to click through, and that could be a little confusing. But once you kind of get it settled in, it works great. If you're interested in picking one up, this is an Amazon only model. It is specific to them. So I'll throw a link to Amazon down in the description. It'll be an affiliate link, helps me out if you use it. I'd appreciate it. If you're enjoying this, please do the like and subscribe thing. YouTube loves it when you leave a like. I love it when you leave a comment. I answer just about every comment in my comment section. If you really want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. You get early access to videos and all kinds of fun stuff. But if you can't, subscribing would be enough. Subscribing for a small channel like mine really makes a difference. So, with all that out of the way, guess there's only one question left to answer. What do you call a robot that keeps running into walls? Wall-E. Yeah, pretty bad. Dad may tell horrible dad jokes. Review robot vacuums. But one thing Dad will never do is an outro. So that's it. Bye. This is the part where I thank all of my members. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for your support and rock on. I don't know why I said rock on, but rock on.